Okay, so this is the topic about lead acid battery. Lead acid battery is nothing but it is the type of secondary battery where chemical energy get converted into electrical energy as well as electrical energy get converted into chemical energy. So in the forward direction, the process is called discharging. During discharging process, lead acid battery is working like a galvanic cell. In backward direction, where products get converted into reactants, that means by using electrical energy, it used to convert the chemical reaction. So in that case, it is working like a electrolytic cell. So lead acid battery is first developed in 1859. It is mainly applied for starting, lighting and ignition purpose. This is the major application of lead acid battery, especially in the automobile industry like four-wheelers, two-wheelers and other heavy motor trucks. All these are using this lead acid battery. Let us see what is the major composition of this lead acid battery. Lead acid battery is majorly composed of lead dioxide, which is used as a cathodic region, and pure metallic lead is taken as the anode, and electrolytic solution used is 20 to 38 percentage of dilute sulfuric acid solution. So lead oxide is the cathode, pure metallic lead is the anode, 20 to 38% sulfuric acid is the electrolyte solution. In this lead acid battery, here each galvanic cell is used to generate 2 volts of current. We need to construct the galvanic cell by taking 2 to 6 galvanic cells. When 6 galvanic cells are connected in a series, 12 volts of current is generated by this lead acid battery. 12 volts of current is sufficient to ignite and lighting in the automobiles. So that's why it is most conveniently used. This is a simple representation of lead acid battery. We can see in all four-wheelers and two-wheelers this lead acid battery. Inside what we can see, there is a what protective coating, protective case is there outside, protective case, and dilute sulfuric acid is filled inside. The negative electrode pure lead is present, pure lead followed by, so next is about lead dioxide. So positive electrode, alternative arrangement of lead and lead dioxide, and it is embedded with dilute sulfuric acid solution. And this is about cell device. So in between this kind of cell and another cell, cell divider will be there, and negative terminal, positive terminals are also present, which are used to connect to the automobile. So this is about the description of lead acid battery. Now let us see a simple representation of lead acid battery. How can we see that? Let us see this. Here it is, the lead acid battery representation. What happens? Pure lead is taken as the anodic compartment and lead dioxide is taken as the cathodic compartment. What happens? Lead is releasing electrons and those electrons now entered into this lead dioxide compartment. So lead dioxide now slowly converted into lead dioxide slowly converted into lead sulfate. Here lead is releasing electrons. Those electrons are traveling into cathodic compartment, and those electrons are gained by water and lead, so that it is converted into, so H plus, and H plus is eliminated so that water and lead sulfate formation is possible. We can see again. See, lead is releasing electrons. These electrons now entered into cathodic compartment. These electrons are retained by H plus ions. H plus ions, when accept the electrons, these H plus ions takes oxygens present around the lead, and lead oxide converted into lead sulfate, and remaining two water molecules are generated. This is a simple representation of cell reaction, because in this we have sulfuric acid is the electrolytic solution, lead is the anodic compartment, lead oxide is the cathodic compartment, where lead is losing electrons. That's why in anodic compartment the final product will be lead sulfate. In the cathodic compartment, lead oxide PbOO is nothing but PbO2. This PbO2 finally converted into lead sulfate and 2 molecules of water by taking 2 electrons from this anodic compartment. This is about the simple process carried in this what lead acid storage cell. Very simple representation. I think it is very clear for us. Now let us go to our lead acid storage cell, where each cell, each battery, each galvanic cell present in this used to generate 2 volts of current. Already we know 6 galvanic cells connected in a series. That's the reason why 12 volts of current generated in this lead acid storage cell. So it is also called as lead acid storage cell because it used to carry and store the energy for longer time. How the discharge of the cell is possible? During discharging process, what happens? Discharging process, lead dioxide accept electrons from pure lead, so that lead sulfate and water formation along with the liberation of energy is possible. During recharging process, the total reactions get reversed. So all the products, lead sulfate get converted into lead oxide and pure lead, and sulfuric acid retention is possible. This is called the recharging method. Now let us see chemical reactions involved in this reaction. During discharging, first we are discussing about discharging process, where chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. Anodic half cell, anode is made up of lead. Anode treated with sulfuric acid. Here, lead used to release electrons. We are taking 2 moles of lead. That's why 4 electrons are released here. And whatever lead plus 2 formed, that combines with sulfate ions and is converted into lead sulfate. And free release of these H plus ions are possible. This is about anodic compartment reaction, where oxidation process is carried. And cathodic compartment, lead oxide is there in the cathode, which treated with sulfuric acid is the electrolyte present in this. So which here H plus and electrons released in the anodic compartment. So those retained by this lead oxide. So when lead oxide accepting these electrons and H plus, so this lead is converted into lead sulfate by accepting electrons, because PB in plus 4 oxidation state. Now it is converted into plus 2. That's why it is called acceptance of electrons and reduction process. Now this H plus ions present here combines with oxygen present on the lead. Finally, water formation is possible. So this is about cathodic compartment half cell reaction, and we can combine both the half cell reactions. Then lead plus lead oxide, which consumes 2 moles of sulfuric acid, and the formation of lead sulfate and lead sulfate water. Cell voltage generated in this is 2.05 volts. So this is about the net reaction carried, and this is a schematic representation of this discharging of lead acid, where lead oxide cathode, lead anode, sulfuric acid electrolyte. Anode, uh, it is what lead resistance will be added, and both are connected to external potentiometer. So in this way, here discharging reaction is carried. Then let us see what are the possible reactions during recharging of the cell. During recharging, so negative terminal. So in the negative terminal, electrons given by external current. Now lead sulfate and H3O plus present in the water. So this lead sulfate accept electrons from the external current, and it is converted into pure lead. Release of HSO4 and water formation is possible. The positive terminal, lead sulfate water. When lead sulfate treated with water, formation of lead oxide and HSO4 minus and H3O plus is generated, and free release of electrons. That means cathodic compartment releasing electrons, anodic compartment accepting electrons when external current is given. That's why again retention of starting materials are possible. Lead is retained at anodic compartment, lead oxide is retained at cathodic compartment. So this is about the recharging of lead acid battery. So lead sulfate are present. When electrical current is given, this lead sulfate converted into, one is converted into lead oxide, second is converted into lead pure metallic lead formation is possible. So this is about recharging of lead acid battery. Now let us see what are the applications of lead acid battery. Lead acid battery, very simple to construct. One is pure lead, second is lead oxide should be there, and electrolytic solution is 20 to 38% of sulfuric acid. Anodic compartment, what happens? Lead releases electrons and combines with sulfate, converted into lead sulfate. In the cathodic compartment, lead oxide plus water, lead oxide plus H plus and electrons. Lead oxide is converted into lead sulfate and H plus converted into water molecule by gaining of electrons. So in both the compartment, lead sulfate is generated as the final product along with liberation of water. Each galvanic cell used to generate 2 volts of current, and when we can apply external current, total products converted into reactants by consuming external current. That is called a recharging process. Now let us see what are the applications. It is the world most utilized batteries are lead acid batteries only, especially for automobile industry. We are utilizing these lead acid batteries for starting, lighting and ignition purpose. It is estimated that 320 million units shipped in 1999. So those many exports are carried for these lead acid batteries because of their extensive usage in the automobile industry. So these batteries deep discharges are commonly used in large backup power suppliers, telephones, computer centers, grid energy storage cells, off-grid centers, household electrical power systems like inverters. We are using household inverters. Those are equipped by these lead acid batteries only. In these fields, we can use lead acid batteries are used in emergency lighting to power supply pumps where the power failure is there. When power supply is not there, normal conventional power supply is not there, in that case we can take instant power supply, that is nothing but inverter or generator. Those are equipped by this lead acid battery only. Then traction batteries are used in golf carts and other battery electric vehicles. Nowadays, battery cars and battery automobiles are emerging trend. In that case, also this lead acid battery is working. So large lead acid batteries are also used in power and electrical motors, diesel electrical submarines, even in the submarine regions we can apply these lead acid batteries where power supply is not there, external power supply is not there. In that cases we can apply this lead acid battery. The next is about valve regulated lead acid batteries cannot spill their electrolyte. That means electrolyte may not be what spilled from that lead acid battery, hence it is very safe to work and the power backup is also very high. That's the reason why it is very convenient to use in so many regions, especially in the electrical scooters, electrical wheelchairs, electrified bicycles, marine applications, battery electrical devices, micro hybrid vehicles, motorcycles. In all these regions nowadays, battery cars, battery driven items are there. Those are equipped by these lead acid batteries. Many electrical forklifts and using lead acid batteries, weight is used a part of counterweight. So electrical vehicles and electrical instruments nowadays are equipped by these lead acid batteries. So, and another is 2 volts is a constant voltage generated by this one vacuum tube radio receivers. So in this case also we are applying this lead acid battery. So vacuum tube radio receivers are also equipped by these lead acid batteries. Portable batteries, these are portable in nature. That's the reason why they can be migrated from one region to another region. Even hospitals and other military applications, in that case also we can use this lead acid battery. So instead of 6 we can use 2 or 3 cells so that it will be light in weight. It can be migrated from one region to another region. So this is about lead acid battery. And the second most important type of battery is lithium ion battery. So these two are the important secondary batteries which can be recycled for several times. So lead acid battery is abbreviated as LIB. So lithium. lithium ion battery is abbreviated as LIB. It is a rechargeable type of battery. Lithium ions are having tendency to migrate from one region to another. That means they are shifting from anode to cathode and cathode to anode. That's the reason why these lithium ion batteries are also called as swing cells. Swing cells in the sense lithium is not present only at one electrode. So they are moving from anode to cathodic region as well as cathode to anodic region. Because of that migration or shifting of lithium ions, these lithium ion batteries are also called as swing cells. These batteries have wide applications in our daily life. 2019 Nobel Prize in Chemistry is given to John Goodenough, Stanley Whittington, and Akira Yoshino. So these three scientists collectively took the Nobel Prize for the year 2019 for the development of lithium-ion batteries. This is the typical representation of lithium ion battery. So just we can see our mobile battery, all the mobile batteries are made up of lithium ion batteries only. Construction of lithium ion battery. So in this construction, anode is made up of lithium intercalated with graphite. So lithium intercalated means lithium is in combination with graphite. The total combination is considered as what anodic compartment, whereas we can represent LiC6. So LiC6 is the common representation of anode, and cathode is made up of lithium cobalt oxide. So lithium cobalt oxide is the cathodic material. Electrolyte taken in this is lithium hexafluorophosphate. Lithium hexafluorophosphate is used as an electrolytic solution. Otherwise, another alternate is lithium perchlorate, LiClO4. Lithium perchlorate or lithium hexafluorophosphate can be used as an electrolyte. This is about the composition of lithium ion battery. Anode is lithium intercalated graphite. Cathode is lithium cobalt oxide, and the electrolyte is lithium hexafluorophosphate or lithium perchlorate can be used. Now let us see chemical reactions carried in the both the compartments. Lithium C6 is nothing but anode, which is converted into okay, so I will stop in 2 minutes. So lithium C6, it is converted into lithium plus electron, and the C6 is released. So in this way, electrons are released in anodic compartment. Lithium plus electron, lithium cobalt oxide is the cathodic compartment, will accept electrons and lithium ions released in anodic region and is converted into lithium oxide and cobalt oxide. So this is a cathodic reaction, and the net reaction is represented as lithium C6, lithium cobalt oxide. Here the formation of lithium oxide plus cobalt oxide and free release of C6. So this is about the net reaction. When lithium C6 and lithium cobalt oxide get combined, formation of lithium oxide, cobalt oxide and C6 is possible, along with the liberation of voltage. This is about the discharging of reaction, discharging of the lithium ion cell, where cathode is made up of lithium metal oxide, nothing but lithium cobalt oxide is the cathodic compartment. Lithium ions are present in anodic compartment. Lithium metal carbon is there in the anodic compartment. So this is the representation of discharge of the cell, and during recharging process, so this is about the cell reaction. This is about the representation of lithium ion battery while recharging. While recharging, it is the electrolytic cell. While discharging, it is the galvanic cell. So in recharging process, what happens? Products get converted into reactants. Lithium oxide plus cobalt oxide and C6, by gaining external current, it is converted into lithium C6 and lithium cobalt oxide is formed. Hence, it is the electrolytic cell because it is consuming electrical energy for the generation of chemical reaction, for the chemical reaction. And this is the last topic here. Applications. Most of the portable devices, because of light weight of lithium ion, portable devices are made up of these lithium ion batteries. Military applications, aerospace applications are there for these lithium ion batteries. Power backups, power banks and UPS, All these are equipped by these lithium ion batteries. Mobile phones, laptops, and other commonly used consumer electronic devices, electronic gadgets are equipped by these lithium ion battery. Electrical mobility, wherever electrical movement is required, in that case we can apply. And the energy storage system, so these are also used for the storage of energy, hence we can say secondary batteries are also called as storage batteries. Lithium ion batteries are able to store 150 watts per hour electricity in 1 kg of battery. It is more efficient. Even the small quantity of battery able to store in 1 kg 150 watts per hour energy is stored. That's the reason why it is the more efficient battery. Advantages are high energy density will be there, do not need prolonged priming now. So it is highly durable, and self discharging rate is extremely low, and maintenance cost is also low. Specifically, cells can provide very high current applications. Wherever high current applications are there, in that case we can apply these lithium ion batteries. So requires protection circuit to maintain the voltage current within the safe limit. So protection circuit is required to maintain this, otherwise it will be discharged. 40% charge reduces the aging effect. Subjected to aging effect, here it is more prone for aging effect, where discharging in cool region 40% charge is reduced. That is called aging of that cell. And transportation restrictions, because it is not 100% discharged, so that's the reason why it is not possible to transport by normal vehicles. So we have to take great precautions during the transportation from one region to another region. So this is about lithium ion batteries. Lithium ion batteries are most useful electronic devices and most widely applied because of lithium is the topmost metal in the electrochemical series, having high electron density on that. That's the reason why high voltage is generated and more number of applications. Lithium ion battery, single galvanic cell is used to generate more than 3 volts of current. That's the reason why high energy applications are present for these lithium ion batteries. And the lightest metal throughout the periodic table, lithium is the lightest metal. That's the reason why. So it is very convenient to transport from one region to another region. But only the drawback is it is not 100% discharged. If it is not 100% discharged, they may cause short circuits or any electric hazards are possible. That's the reason why transportation restrictions are there. Apart from that, lithium ion batteries are most useful type of devices.